Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and in this video today,
we're going to talk about having ponds on your bug out location for fish.
And why it's a good idea to have a natural water resource on your land.
One of the good things about having these two ponds on our bug out location is to one, we got a secondary for fish. We got a lot of food stocked up on our bug out location, but having these fish here is also a good source of like bartering items that we might want to barter for stuff like maybe fuel or other canned foods that we might want. But having the fish around is definitely a plus on our part. Also the water. We got two ponds here. One's actually bigger than the other one. But right now at this pond right here that we got, we usually go to the bigger lakes, and what we do catch, we bring back here if it's rather small, and we restock this smaller pond right here. We got a different types of fish in here. We got some catfish, some bluegill, and I think there's even some bass in it. But hopefully we can catch you a fish and show you exactly what we were using. Two types of bait here. We're using some fake bait and some real bait, some worms, some night crawlers. So let's hope we catch a fish here.
Something to keep in mind, especially about having a backup pond as a water source, is in the recent history in Fukushima in Japan. When that earthquake took place and the tsunami that came after it brought a lot of contaminated radioactive stuff into the seawater. When that nuclear waste got into the seawater, it is still this day affecting our world. That was one nuclear power plant. Imagine if a great earthquake took place around the world. It's important to think about having an extra water source on your location.
Okay, looks like we got something right here. Bluegill.
And one reason you're going to want this natural water resource on your land is once you've depleted your stocked resources in it, is you're going to be able to utilize that to bathing, cooking, all the hygiene uses for it. But the main important thing is you're going to know exactly what's in it and how much filtration you're going to need to utilize that.
I want to take a moment and talk to you about how important it is to have a pond at your bug out location in reference to the seven trumpets and the earthquake that's going to take place prophesied in Revelation. The guys have made some great points, and I want to talk to you about it in a scriptural sense for a minute. As the great earthquake takes place, that's going to cause a lot of factories to crack, and not only that, release contaminants out. As dams and structures like that hold water reserved back as in reservoirs, that's going to become cracked and let that water come down. As that gets into chemicals and contaminants, and not only that, gets above levels that it shouldn't be at, it's going to get our fresh water sources contaminated. Then, as the trumpets begin to sound, as trumpet 1 takes place, and many fire departments and people like that have to use fresh water to put out the fires that burn up the third of the trees and the green grass, that's going to definitely put a hurt on our fresh water source. Then, as trumpet 2 takes place and the seawater is contaminated by a falling asteroid, not only are we going to be having problems with contamination in our seawater, but that contaminant will come up out of the seawater into the atmosphere and rain down on our continents. Then, at trumpet 3, as our fresh water sources are contaminated, that is definitely going to give us a 1 in 3 chance of finding contaminants in our fresh water. With all these things combined, it's very important to have a fresh water source that belongs to you on your land, because you can keep an eye on things and know exactly what you're drinking.
I'm Brian.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Luke.
And we hope you'll take these pointers we've given you today and consider having a natural water resource on your land.
And taking the opportunity to notice that having two ponds and this secondary fish for food is such a good ideal to have.
And as the final events begin to take place, you can take comfort in knowing you have some water security. So until we see you again, have a most blessed day, and Yahushua name.